Today's news.
Presented by Indeed.com. I'm Peter King in Orlando. Ukraine's leader Vladimir Zelensky is at the G7 summit in Japan. There's welcome news for his country as President Biden has given the okay for allies to send F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine and says the U.S. will help train their pilots. BBC's James Landale is in Kyiv.
Not surprisingly, it's gone down well here in Ukraine because it's something that Ukraine has been asking for some time. But we are talking about something in the future. This is not a quick fix. It's not going to be in any way making any difference to the coming counteroffensive against Russian forces. This is about the West saying we are going to support Ukraine militarily for the long term and hoping that message is heard in the Kremlin.
The head of a private Russian army claims his forces have taken control of the city of Bakhmut after a long battle. Ukraine's military says they haven't. The fighting in and around Bakhmut has been going on for more than 200 days. At the G7 summit, President Biden tells the Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment that countries need to maximize those investments.
Democracies can deliver. We have to deliver to people around the world.
Mr. Biden has also promised G7 leaders that the U.S. will not default on its bills. Even if talks broke down today, food was taken to the negotiating room at the Capitol, only to be taken away. No word on when talks might resume. With about 2 hours until post time for the Preakness, a horse running one of the earlier races has been euthanized. Half-named Meltdown stumbled during the final turn of the 6th race and threw his jockey off his mount. Jockey Luis Saez has been hospitalized with leg pain. He's reported to be in stable condition. Trainer Bob Baffert calls it sickening and says he's in shock. The horse was hit by another coming out of the gate. What's not known is whether or not that was a factor. Kentucky Derby winner Mage is the favorite to win the second leg of the Triple Crown, again starting in about 2 hours. We're just over 24 hours from launch for the second privately funded flight to the International Space Station. The forecast is 60% favorable at Kennedy Space Center. Neither Axiom Space nor businessman and pilot John Schaffner will say just how much the seat costs, but he tells CBS News he hopes the price will eventually come down.
It was expensive in the early days of aviation when the first commercial airplanes were developed. I mean, only it took people of means to get on that. And now we have a commercial aviation sector that everyone enjoys. And I look forward to when the same thing happens for space. 2 professional Saudi Arabian astronauts are also flying. Their commander is a former NASA astronaut and 2-time space station commander, Peggy Whitson, who has more days in space than any other American. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.